everyone and welcome to Craftworks. Today I'm going to show you how to make this card using the beautiful butterfly set, and it's just a regular sketch on the front, and then we open it up and we have a bit of a concertina using 6x6 paper. This butterfly is actually from this set, as is this one here. So these are the dies I will be using today. This one to cut out the image that's on the inside, and these two make up this butterfly. Now what I love about this, I would not normally send an "in case you need me, I'm here" card, but I actually really like that sentiment. Sometimes you might know someone who's going through some tough time and you're not really sure of what to say, and I think that kind of covers it, and I think it's just a nice sentiment. It's not too in your face, you know, it's ideal, and I love this colour. Okay, so I need to be careful not to make all of my cards berry burst. So I'm going to show you the papers next, because the papers are really pretty. So this one is the berry burst, and this is called Bokeh Dot. And that's the back side, and I've actually used that on the inside of this card. I'm going to be using this one today. I'm going to do a blue version, and that's very pretty. This is Balmy Blue. I love that one. Calypso Coral. Daffodil Delight. And Fresh Freesia. And I made this card using the Fresh Freesia, and these are all dies. This is the sentiment die, and I just dipped that in Fresh Freesia ink, which you can't really catch on camera, but I thought it looked really pretty. So just for a regular quick and easy sketch card, here's one I made earlier. Right, I am just going to crack on now. So I'm going to run through, which am I using? Not that one and that one. So I'm just going to push that to one side just for a second, and I'm just going to get my measurements. So the first thing that you're going to need is a white piece of thick cardstock. You can do this in colour. Okay, I made one of these using Old Olive, and on the inside that's what I did. It's exactly the same, but because I did it on Old Olive, I put two white panels. I still cut these two white panels just to give me an idea of where to position the designer series paper. And you could cheat. You could do this with scrap. If you've got two pieces of scrap, just put a piece of cardstock in the middle. So little tip there for you. So I'm using thick basic white, and I've cut this at 11.5 inches by 4, and I've scored it at 5 3/4. Okay, so the next thing I need, I'm going to do my concertina piece next. Now just bear with, I've got a few scrap pieces that I'm using today. Now I'm just wondering which one I want on the front. I think I'm going to go that. No, I'm not. Right, I'm going to go that on the front and that in the middle. Okay, there, I've made a decision. I've already stamped and die cut my butterfly using this one and Balmy Blue ink, just to save a bit of time. And I've also die cut the big butterfly as well. So we're making the concertina piece, and I'm going to cut this at 3 3/4, and I'm leaving it by 6. I just need to create a little bit of space here, just bear with. Now, whoop, it's all come crashing down. Now I'm going to score this at 3/4, 1.5, 2 1/4, 3, 3 3/4, 4 1/2, and 5 1/4. And if you are going to burnish this with a bone folder, which I absolutely do recommend, just be careful because it is designer series paper. Just don't go too rough with it because you can scuff it up a little bit. So that's my concertina piece here done, and obviously I don't have a scrap piece of this colour, so I'm cutting this at 3 3/4 by 5 1/2, and I want a 1/4 inch. Oh, too small. I'm going through my scraps. So I just want, I'm going to go 1/2 inch actually. Oh, I hate that. That's not straight. Let's put that there at 1/2 inch and let's go upwards. And there we have our 1/2 inch strip. I'm just going to double check that that is actually straight. Looks it. So, okie dokie. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to glue the body of my butterfly onto the wings. And I'm just going to pop that down like that. So I want that like that. I need this piece quite centered like this. I think I'm actually going to stick my butterfly down onto here and then decide where I want that to go. And I'm only putting glue on the middle because I want the wings to stand. So I'm going to apply glue to this piece and then just snip off the excess. And I'm going over the edge on both. So I want it about there. Flip that. Oops, sorry. Cut that off. Cut that piece off. I didn't cut that very well, so I'm going to go in again, nice and close to my paper. There we go. Now I stamped directly onto my card. It is a dodgy strategy. Obviously, if you don't get it quite right, then you will have to die cut something to go over it. So I'll be doing exactly the same again today. Right, adjust. That will do. And I'm not popping this up or anything. And this time I'm just going to position it, because this one I positioned quite far over, so it overhangs ever so slightly. It will go in the envelope, but so I would position your butterfly first. I've got a piece still in there. Just poke that one out. And then we'll do the concertina. This is actually a really quick card, if I'm honest with you. But when the recipient opens it, I think it's a bit of a wow. There we go. And that's how that's going to go. So, I have two pieces of white cardstock that measure 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. I'm not using them. All I'm going to do is use them to kind of space my card. For the concertina. So you want this piece facing outwards, so your very last piece is facing outwards. Okay, so you're going to pop glue down there, and you're going to leave a similar kind of gap. Okay, so I'm just going to turn this ever so slightly so I can see a little bit better. So you need to make sure, I think that looks about right. So now I'm going to press that piece down. Okay, potentially, whoops, what you could do is glue it flat now, which is what I'm going to do actually. So I think my glue is coming to the end of its life. And just sit that down. Give it a little while, good press, open it up, just double check. So the borders are all the same, it didn't have a chance to move, and you'll see it closes perfectly each time. And now I'm just going to pop a little bit of glue on this side and pop it there, and that's the panel there for you to write on. Just going to pop that there, like so, and close that down. Just double check. And now I'm just going to add 3 gems here. Do you know, I should have stamped this before I did this piece. But hey, never mind, we are living dangerously today. And I'm going to pop, what's going on with that gem? It's upside down. These are just regular, I don't know what they're called, clear gems from the catalogue. Oh, goodness me. There. Now, let's have a quick look. I'm actually going to stamp this one as a happy birthday. And then that way you kind of get a bit of a set going. I'm going to clean that off. I don't actually like the way that ink has formed. And let's try that again. I think that looks better. And I'm just popping it in that bottom corner, giving it a good press down. Happy birthday. There we have it. So I will show you the other card. I will just move everything out of the way really quickly. So here we have it in blue. And Berry Burst. I do love the blue one, I've got to be honest. I don't know which is my favourite. So tell me which you prefer in the comments. So there's that one. In case you need me, I'm here. And this one, a happy birthday with all the blues. So thank you for joining me. If you want to purchase any of these products I'm using, just pop me a message. I will tell you how. And I hope this inspires you to go get creative. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.